I don't know who it even worked out for having those sporadic team fights everywhere. I guess overall Eager because they won the game, but most of the time they seem to trade out in those really sporadic ones.
You would think with the double global and like the 2.5 global almost with the Kwang ultimate, he can really spread the map well with whenever he gets up into that execute. You would think that would have favored Retribution a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Good point.
Jeron maybe taking a fight in left and then ulting over. Elexum ulting to the left fight and then staying to help the right one. But it turned out to be in Eager's favor, mostly because of that sustain from Jelly on Sylvanas.
Well, it's a rough situation for the Retribution boys there. And you can see one of them on your screen right now. Going to have a long, hard think as we go into picks and bans. And Eager, after game one, you know, I think the NA boys kind of expected after seeing Rival destroy Retribution the way they did. And, you know, Retribution's performance there, they were like, this should be an easy walkthrough. However, they're starting to give a bit more respect now with the Kwang.
No doubt. I think the Retribution really caught Eager off guard that game. I think they really impressed them. And now, even though they have their final...
coming.
Right. And even though they have their final spot solidified, I think that they'll take this game pretty seriously.
Well, Fafnir banned out by Retribution. They clearly don't want to give that one over to Jelly, that's for sure. He gets good. You were saying that off air as well, like, you can't give Jelly Fafnir.
You can't give Jelly Fafnir. Their objective control is just too strong. They just, like we mentioned in that game, they know when to burst, they know when to bait, and Fafnir is better than any other support at, really any other god at controlling objectives.
Surprised by the Apollo ban coming out here, Agro. They really respected Jeron, even though I don't think he had much of an impact in that game.
I think that Cougar might have felt it a little bit in lane, you know?
Okay.
Maybe he wanted to take,
he was going ham the whole time, Cougar.
No, but, you know, afterwards you're like, oh yeah, he almost did kill me a couple times, you know what I mean? But it's just taking away a comfort pick, right? Maybe Eager isn't worried. Guan Yu's open right now. Susano's open right now. There's a lot of Nemesis open right now.
Freya's open. Everything's open.
Freya's open, right. So they've got a lot of options here, and they just kind of wanted to keep the draft open, maybe. Sometimes you just want to throw away a ban. You just want to make sure that you can get the god you want.
Well, with Guan Yu locked in here, Retribution, they could look for the Odin right about now, and if they don't, Eager could look at drafting it themselves here.
They could. That Guan Yu is usually going to Jelly, though. I don't think Dewurst really prefers to play it. It doesn't have a lot of great matchups in the solo lane. It is really impactful in the late game, but Dewurst usually doesn't like to kind of give up that lane pressure, so Jelly is usually the one on that Guan Yu.
And the funny thing is, if Retribution look at drafting the Odin for themselves, then, well, they're going to give up some other priority picks, as in Sol, which they've taken away from Delta Marine here. Finally someone doesn't let Delta Marine play Sol. I think he's played it every game thus far, right? I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to give it to him. Two really, really strong picks here for Retribution, Sol and Susano. I'm interested to see what Eager picks up here, because you can almost dissuade Retribution from picking Odin with one pick, and that's a Willish. If you just take her away, you cannot pick Odin into a Willix most of the time.
Where would you like to see the Sol go this game? Mid or into the Hunter role? Does it just depend on the comps, really?
Yeah, I think Elexum's fairly comfortable on Sol, but I would prefer to see it on Jeron. He seems to like that kind of tower push potential out of his gods. Apollo, Sol's got some solid tower push, and it would let him trade pretty well with Cougar in the lane.
Look at that, I got Odin right.
There you go.
I'm allowed to get one thing right in a cast. That's
Congratulations.
What I did. Got Odin. Yeah, and they're going to go with Isis as well, who, to be fair, Isis hasn't had the greatest of performances at this land so far, has he?
No.
I should say.
Yeah, no, she has not, but Delta Marine pretty well versed on Isis. Has to be careful though, because Susano can really poke you out before you have any sort of reaction. However, Isis does have a bit of a good matchup against Susano, because number one, you can silence him when he's using his Storm Kata, and then he can't dash away.
Okay.
And giving you enough time to hit the Spirit Ball. And number two, if you Wing Gust before he, Wind Siphons his 2, you can't get pulled because you're knock-up immune.
Knock-up immune. Interesting little factors there coming in. I didn't know about the knock-up immune one for that one. Well, back to Retribution here, and they're going to actually pick up the Bacchus, which kind of makes sense. They want to get a decent support online before the counterban phase comes through here.
Just a nice pick there, strong pick, and it gets out of Odin Cage. I mean, that's what you're looking for right now. You're like, okay, so what's good and what gets out of Odin Cage?
All right, so my question to you then, they've got Guan Yu, right, and you think that's going to go to Jelly here, and they've just drafted Odin. So is Odin going solo or jungle?
I don't think it's going to be jungle. I don't think Mifflin likes Odin jungle. I'll bet you it's going solo.
Okay, we'll find out. Counterban phase, they're having a long, hard thing. Retribution will get the first pick and the counter pick after the ban phase, and it's going to be Ho Yi. And you said, like, Cougar doesn't really play that much, although we did see it earlier today from him.
Yeah, just not one of his signature gods, but just a strong god always, and totally fine. Especially with the Odin Cage, you don't want to have the suns raining down on you in there as well. So a fine ban there.
Well, this Eager, actual game for Eager is very important because, like, it doesn't matter to them technically. They'll still go through to tomorrow. However, this could impact standings elsewhere as well for Most Wanted, the NA brethren, to an extent, with how this is going to go, or even for the boys of Rival as well, who'll be happy if things go their way.
Yeah, if Eager is able to secure the 2-0 here, that would eliminate Retribution. So they're going to be looking to maybe help out their NA brethren and play a strong game, or maybe let them through and give them something to play for against Most Wanted.
Oh, interesting. Well, we get the Raven ban, Athena as well from Retribution, so double focus onto the dual lane of Eager there in the support and Hunter ban, and Eager focusing Raven. They're focusing Watson again. Really
Curious about that Athena ban, just because they already have two warriors selected, and one of those likely going in the support role, but maybe they think it is Odin jungle and Guan Yu support.
Maybe they've just played Rival too much, because Rival, like these 3 men, you know, aggressive compositions, they've just not thought about it. Like, hang on a second, what if they go Athena here?
Right, yeah, Europe likes to run those like tankier comps.
Well, Rival do.
Right, especially Rival, right. So maybe just a little falling back on, you know, you see those and you're like, oh yeah, they might play Odin here, and then you're like, wait a minute, this isn't Rival, they probably won't.
So what do you want to see coming out from Watson? Solo lane is open for him. The Osiris on the table against an Odin's not too bad, I guess, to be able to walk out that ring.
Tier. I want to see Tier, 100%. That's one of his best gods. It's one of his most comfortable gods. It does well again. It doesn't do great against Guan Yu in lane, but you can wait out that Talu Assault and kind of pressure him that way. Just a lot of repositioning. It's really tough for Isis to deal with Tier because her CC, which is her only form of appeal for herself, isn't as effective against him because of his passive, so I think Tier is the right pick here.
Well, it's going to be Neith again, so we could see Neith or Sol in the mid lane or the Hunter role. We'll find that one out when we get into game, but you'd like to see Jeron and the Sol, is what you were saying earlier. Eager, though, their last 2 picks to come through with the Odin and Guan Yu. They're looking for the duo lane, at least for a Hunter here, and no, come on. Do you reckon they'll pull it out?
Wait, okay. I think this is like making fun of Sora a little bit. Remember our last game against them? We went Nuwa, Amuz, and Cobb. I think that's a little homage.
So, do you reckon they're going to do it?
No chance. Actually, Cougar could go AMC.
I mean, to be fair, they don't have to win this game.
They don't have to.
And it makes the games more interesting later on, but
this
AMC,
could be... Oh my god, they did the Nuwa.
All right, Nuwa's going through.
They did it.
No way.
I love it. Okay, so it's Odin jungle or Guan Yu jungle. It's going to be Nuwa solo. I will bet you anything that's Nuwa solo.
Okay, and AMC is going to be in lane with who?
Guan Yu.
Guan Yu? Mm-hmm. Sustain, double sustain.
Shout-outs to Uzi, by the way, for the Nuwa solo. He does it all the time, and just, like, he's a freak.
Well, look at this. It's not going to be a tier at the moment. They're hovering over Hades against this composition, which I don't think is a bad call, really.
No, you can pull that Nuwa in. You can pull the AMC in. Isis can't really get out, though whenever you get Circle of Protection drop down on that Pillar of Agony...
You're going to have a bad time.
You're going to have a really bad time, unless he gets Thorns and bursts him down by getting bursted.
Aggro, you're the god. I swear. If he locks in tier hit, no, he's going to be Hades. I was all excited for a second, like, oh my god, he's going to go tier, but you're not allowed to be right, Aggro. You're not allowed to be right all the time.
So how long do I have to be here before I'm allowed to get one right like you are?
Well, to be fair, you casted most of that last game, right? And I'm pretty sure, you know, Reddit, Twitter, and Twitch will be saying the same thing, so...
Yeah, well...
You're getting there.
I'll get there.
Yeah, you're ahead of me already. You just got to work on the banter. That's the only issue. It's too easy, this.
I can't say you didn't make land because you've never even been good enough to play.
Well, the difference is if you don't try, you can't get put down, can you? That's the difference.
Well, yeah, that's
maybe I'll try next year, Aggro, and then I'll sit there like, oh, Aggro, what are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, no words again. No words again.
Man.
Have I been to more lands than you? Oh,
that would make the EU Xbox scene even more free.
I'd banter so hard. These guys have got nothing in banter. Like, these guys all seem to do these pop-offs and think they're good. Imagine that. Right, AMC. Who is he?
The lane king.
I've not casted that in a long time, so...
The lane king. We'll just out-clear you, we'll out-poke you, we'll out-trade you, but he'll die. A lot.
A lot. Well, let's find out. It's going to be Neith for Jeron this game, and I think that's the wisest matchup against the AMC here, just to pin him down. However, if he does manage to land that stinger, she can't backflip.
It is going to be Guan Yu jungle, by the way. He is going to be laning with the Odin, so a lot of kill potential in that lane. For Eager.
Spice going on. Especially if we see Awe on that Bacchus jump in and then get ringed and then they turn around the damage onto him as well. That's a potential thing.
He also can't jump away if he gets stingered. So 2 cripple opportunities for Cougar in the dual lane.
That's a very good point here. Well, let's see how Air Cougar's AMC is going to be this game round on the Cthulhu. Delta Marine's back to his same old Isis that he started playing console with to begin with and now back on it again.
Just a strong god overall. I mean, what can you say? Just always bring something to your team comp.
Well, already console have proven that AMC is viable. It's been played in the Smite Console League now. And the Smite Console League Finals.
Yeah, I mean, Cougar probably wanted to play this after he got soloed by Keeks like 5 times in that game.
Do you reckon that's why they banned Apollo? Because he wanted to play AMC? I don't know.
Isn't Apollo a good matchup for AMC? Because he can, oh, hold on, invade on the right side. Wait, Nuwa's doing the invading?
Nuwa invaded. Dwurst invaded, and it looks like they stole that one away as well. Mifflin going to return back. Oh, thank you very much for that. That was a Hades. To be fair, it was against the Hades, though.
It was against the Hades, but, like, I understand that Mifflin has Wrath, and, like, you could say that, but it's like, Nuwa should not invade anyone.
But look at the way they did the invade, though, Aggro. They came from 2 different angles. It wasn't a standard invade. It was like, Dwurst shows his face and goes, hey, guys, throws out poke, and they're like, are you ganking us from here? And then Mifflin swings on the other side and goes, nah, no, Wrath.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
We're just here for your buff.
Best way of putting it, peekaboo. Start the game, though. Let's see what AMC start with. It's Bluestone Pendant. So he's looking for the double dot damage of death.
Not even going for the Transcendence rush. Like, AMC very mana hungry, so a lot of players will go for that immediate Transcendence to try and alleviate that problem. But Cougar going for the just all-out dots.
And there's the Bird Bomb, and Jeron just ate that, and that hurt terribly. Look at the wave clear coming out from these two as well. 1 Bees, 1 Bird Bomb, and most of the Bird Bomb didn't even hit those minions at the back.
You don't need to worry about hitting the minions when you have an AMC on your team, because he will just out-clear anyone.
Well, with that invade coming out at the start of the game, you'll see Eager return to their own buffs now. You can even see Delta Marines rotate on Isis to come and soak this as well, just to give everybody more experience.
Everyone's just getting buffs, man. Doris going to grab that blue buff. Now Mifflin going to get his 2nd speed buff already. You know what?
Gotta be careful coming back to mid, though, because it looks like they've noticed this, and Marine was facing the wrong way there. Stellar Burst connects. Spirit Ball, however, did slow down Proxy on the Susano, and now he's going to disengage, because early games, a lot of poke.
They actually got that speed somehow.
Oh,
Proxy, yeah, Proxy able to pick that up, and now Delta Marine's in a bad spot. Nice silence and stun, gonna maybe keep him alive. Yeah, solid job there.
Big silence and stun coming out. Nuwa staying in lane, as you'd expect from Dwurst here. He just wants to hit 5 and press ult.
He was sitting in picks and bans and was like, yo, you know, it'd be really funny if I picked Nuwa. Because Ozzy's going to be really jealous.
And then they locked in Hades.
And then they locked in Hades, and he's like, whatever, I'm just going to... And here's the thing, though. Like, you think Nuwa could die easily to Hades, and she definitely could, but he could also just sit under tower and throw out fog. You can't get zoned as Nuwa.
That's true. I guess as well with the clay minions, Hades clears so heavily that he can respawn the clay minions after the wave's cleared and then tank them up again for a few more seconds to let him clear it.
Right, and he's just so tanky.
Yeah.
You can't really... You can't really deal with it. I mean, his cooldowns are really long, is really what I meant to say there. His cooldowns are really long, so once he uses that on the wave, he won't have it for your clay minions. But if Dwurst does use those clay minions too early, it's really easy for Hades to explode them both.
Well, a little bit of back and forth in the mid lane here, and Elexum going to have to use a Disapparate if Mifflin goes aggressive. And Conviction comes out, back to full health, over to the dual lane. Same old, same old. It's AMC pinning them under tower.
I was thinking earlier, like, Susano catches, like, mobile gods, right? Like, it's tough to get away from anyone.
There's a big Hades ult, and there you could have forced a cavalry charge. However, Delta Marine just sat inside the ultimate. You called this as a nice heal back.
Yeah, nice job by Watson there, recognizing that he couldn't stay there and take that damage.
But the ring is down. Jeron side here, looking for the Stinger. Misses it, however, and the bees might be enough for the kill still, because unfortunately the ring lasted too long for the body blocks to come out from all. First blood to AMC!
No surprise there, right? AMC's OP, man. He's really, really good, but obviously just baiting out the backflip there, getting the ring down immediately, even though Cougar did miss the Stinger, just enough damage with the Swarm to confirm it.
Well, Mifflin on Guan Yu in the mid lane here just continues to farm up. Got Delta Marine coming back from base as well with his boots too at the moment. Does start with Wrath at the beginning of the game. We mentioned that earlier on, but that can come into play at the Gold Fury as well.
Absolutely. Just great Gold Fury control. Can heal it up, tank it for a little bit, and then be there to Wrath it. Plus, he really doesn't have much to worry about as far as CC on the side of Retribution.
That's true.
Soul, no real hard CC outside of a small knockup on the ultimate. Susano's got the small pull and the knockup, but those are tough to beads anyways. Bacchus, yes, but Sanctuary is usually better against Bacchus anyways, so he's not really in too much danger without the Purification.
And if anything else, they've still got a nicest ultimate they can drop on that Gold Fury anyway, just to throw it in for good measure.
That's right. It's like, I'm okay with getting CC'd because I know Delta Marine's going to have my back with that Circle of Protection.
Well, they're stripping the red buff for themselves here. Eager giving it over to Delta Marine there. Crossed away, Elexum has his red buff now and went back to base and gone straight for the defense. No mobility coming out from here, but some extra penetration.
Doesn't want to get Talu assaulted down, but that's going to strip his protections away anyways. I would have really preferred to see him get the movement speed to really move out of it instead of taking it.
Taking the whole thing through. Round the corner comes Jelly here. Going to spot 2 of them. Looking at both. And trying to decide where he wants to go on. With Disapparate burnt there. Or is he going to get poked out by Jelly? And Jelly was 2v1 quite happily.
That's just Jelly. He'll stand right in front of you and not really worry about it. Cougar pressuring down Jeron in this left lane just being AMC, doing AMC things.
Yeah, just keeping Jeron pinned. And Jeron can just free farm here for the most part if he wants to. Backflip and Spirit Arrow all day long.
I would like to see Jeron literally just like right now, he's not going to be able to get near this wave no matter what. So he might as well sit in his ultimate and just wait. Oh, Dwarfs is actually going to go up. Looks like his ultimate was forced by the Pillar of Agony.
It looks like that. And actually, you put a bit of pressure onto Jeron there, who could have got caught. If they would have been timed at the same time, could have found the Stinger at the same time. And event, he misses it again. A little bit faster than he used to be. Did you notice? We did give it a couple of buffs.
Ooh, Watson gets the kill onto Dwarfs. Going to get traded out, though, tower diving a little bit. But Jeron's still in trouble without the ultimate from
But he baited him in, so now Proxy can come around and the whole of Retribution are here. And this is why you don't see AMC so much, because if you do that, how are you going to escape?
Hey, AMC stuff. Doing AMC stuff. Pushing on their tower and then dying when his team comes.
Listen, he's even, okay?
Yeah.
He's even. Now, what he's done as well is allowed pressure on mid lane, which means they're going to lose a wave of experience, so QQ can give himself credit for that. However, Marine under a bit of pressure there from Proxy. World Weaver coming through as well, and Marine needs to recognize this. Sitting in the circle of protection, taking a lot of pokes, heals himself up a bit. The stun came through from the Belch, and he will get out free.
Really nice patience there, waiting to use that, but a big cage there by Eager Jelly in the middle lane. All's going to be in some trouble. Looks like he should fall here to Mifflin.
Yeah, they will pick up one, but can they get more from this? Proxy's still in amongst this. Forces Sanctuary out, the Bird Bomb, at least the Raven Shot, but now Watson's here looking to kill off Jelly. Elexum gets credit for it, but Dwurst is here too with the clay minions looking for the stun. Watson half health. Bees come into play as well. The blue stone pendant, not enough for the kill, however. Watson will limp home.
Yeah, but he disarmed him. Do you see that? Bees with the disarm.
Bees with a disarm. That sounds a bit
OP.
Now they're going to pressure the tier 1 tower, but in the jungle, the mighty jungle, Jeron waits tonight. He takes out Mifflin, who was looking a bit too cheeky around the back, and the tier 1 tower is still being pressured, but it's going to survive.
Jeron just like walking in the jungle, and it's like, oh, here's a quarter health Mifflin. Thanks.
Cheers,
hits the
buddy.
root. Yeah, just appreciate that.
Good pull onto Dwurst there from Proxy. Great damage too, but Dwurst doesn't seem to care. He still wanted to farm. He was like, no, you're not going to kill me. I can still walk away, and Clay Minions come into play.
Looks like both solo laners going for a possible Warlock Sash. Could be an Ethereal Staff as well, or possibly a Gem of Isolation, though it's awfully early for that. Probably going to be the Warlock Sash looking to stack up and farm in that right-hand lane. And even though Dwurst did get killed in that lane, he's still even in gold.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit while we're watching them do the Gold Fury here before. Actually, no, let's just not talk to me about anything, because we're going to see a Gold Fury fight. I think there's a bait over the wall now from Eager. Retribution thought something was going on, but they're trying to swing around the back here, and they could get caught out of position, but it's Delta Marine in a bit of an awkward spot. Half health already, but Circle of Protection again comes up big. All cleans up Cougar, though, on the backside, and Elexum comes up big for Delta Marine, too. Very interesting fight. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Retribution.
Mifflin dives Jeron underneath that middle tower, but really awkward because they thought they were going to be on those top left mids, and then they peeked, and then they were like, where are they? And then they were just to their right. So a little bit of an awkward moment there for Eager, and it turns out to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Retribution.
Well, Mifflin trying to take away Proxy's speed buff and manages to do so, as you saw prOxyQQ on the Susano, pressure in mid lane.
And on the red buff, so they take away both buffs from Eager.
No, they take the Eager, sorry. Retribution get the one on the red, but at the same time, speed on the other side is a different story. Mifflin, though, World Weaver connects onto him, and Mifflin's very low. Watson's looking for the kill, but he's not got cooldowns yet. Just in time, he can do it before Mifflin can look to charge away.
Watson with a 2v1. That's the premier solo laner we were looking for, and of course playing Hades, just as we predicted.
Well, he's not doing Transcendence here on the AMC as well. Just see him go back to base, and he's looking for the Igval now.
Wants to box,
Was it Golden Bow? Not a Golden Bow, Odysseus Bow, sorry.
There's no way he's going Odysseus Bow. He would be hitting for like 40.
Reckon?
No.
Yeah, but bees, man.
Bees don't get off, like, don't travel through Odysseus Bow. They don't, like, connect to the Odysseus Bow lightning chains.
I know, but, like, bees and one dot, and then you've got the lightning dot that comes out as well with the auto attack. Come on, think about it, man.
The AoE.
Think about it. This is why I'm not
the AoE AMC build.
Oh, yo, you're coining phrases already. I love it.
Thanks, man.
Back to the game we go, and it's a bit of a fun fest here. Very, very high in kills. We've got 11 in less than 9 minutes. Well, just hitting 9 minutes now. As Jelly under pressure in mid lane here has to be a bit respectful because there's 4 members of Retribution around.
Elexum making a big impact though so far this game. 3-0-1 at 5,200 gold, 700 gold up on Isis, and Soul seems to be the tipping point for these teams thus far.
It's funny because when I watch this set and I see this Isis being played by Delta Marine right now, aggro. I've seen Cloud play earlier on today, didn't have great times with it. Atonement as well also struggled with it a little bit earlier on today. But this game, Delta Marine's been focused a lot, and yet he's only died once. He's low on the player damage, but he's staying alive.
dropping the ultimate at the right times. You saw him take the World Weaver, sees the indicator coming, and then just stares where it's coming from, waiting to drop the ultimate at the perfect time to make sure he can get as much length out of it, but still get the damage reduction on it.
Pressure from Dwurst over on that right-hand side. Those clay minions coming into account as per usual. Remove backdoor protections, allow you to get some free tower damage off. Meanwhile, Hades forced back to base just to buy up, and he may teleport to this fight on the left because Goldview is getting pulled.
Cougar taking a lot of damage from it, though. Going to get healed up by Mifflin. They do have the Hog available, so and the Ice Assault comes down as well.
Bird Bomb, and that's all she wrote. Always in there, and is a very good Intoxicate, but immediately Eager to disengage. However, look at the speed of Mifflin there. He's a wild horse on a ride, and next, Cougar getting one, and Cougar will get two. He's looking for his third. AMC is OP. He wants to follow up with Jelly going in deep.
Jelly getting a huge Bird Bomb onto Jeron. A big Solar Burst, though, coming in. A triple kill for a Cougar on AMC.
Get me out.
Jelly
Watson
in a lot of trouble.
Will turn around Jelly, though, and now Watson versus an out-of-mana Air Cougar, and Cougar's like, nope.
Quadra.
Nope. What he needs to realize, he has to fight.
He could get the Penta here.
He can't
could get
just
the Penta
fight,
here.
though.
Just
He's
turn and
gonna
fight. You're AMC. You can't run. You have to fight.
That's why you don't pick AMC if you don't know how to play him. Now it's going to be a turnaround for Eager to be in an awkward position, and Dwurst is going to fall down to Elexum too.
Rest in peace. Yo, if Elexum would have like taunted for too long there, those clay minions could have messed him up.
That would have been great.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been great.
Almost as hilarious as an AMC triple kill.
An AMC triple kill. That he could have got a Penta, like you said. I think he could have if he just fought.
He just ran away for too long. He like tried to kite, but you're not going to be able to outrun the Hades. He has the dash, whereas you're a bee that can't really move at all.
Okay, so for the fans at home, we're joking around a little bit about the AMC, but in every given scenario, because he can't run away, he should just be fighting, right?
It's a lot like Zeus, and that's a god that I have more experience on than AMC,
okay.
But it's the same sort of thing. You don't peel, you don't run, you either kill or get killed. There's one or the other. You peel by damage. Right. If you're caught, you fight. There's no sense in running away 9 times out of 10. You might as well turn and do as much as you can before you fall.
But he's still got a triple kill, so we'll forgive him now. Air Cougar 4 and 3. Got his Iqbal online. And now working towards what looks like an execution. The moment as Mifflin rotates around for Jeron. He's trying to force the backflip here that may come eventually. But look how much damage he did on that alone, Jeron. He's not going to get away. Maybe he didn't have backflip up.
He must not have, because he just took that right to the face. Mifflin going to get traded out by Elexum. Another great rotation from him, coming in at the perfect time.
Susano, though, around the corner. Proxy's here against 2. He doesn't want to go on Air Cougar. And look at this, around the corner. Delta Marine now. Spirit Ball on Proxy. And now he's getting some great Wind Gust damage off. Only that last one misses. Circle protection, not enough.
If he would have hit that last Wind Gust, that's a confirmed kill onto Proxy. And that's what we were talking about earlier, where you can really force Susano into a weird situation with that stun and silence.
Well, Eager actually steal the red buff very, very quickly there. Looking to pressure Tier 1 tower in mid lane one more time. Already chip below, way below half health here.
Both solo laners did go for that Warlock sash, but look at how much farther ahead Dwurst is, or Hades. But that's going to be a nice ultimate forced by. Ooh, he's going to be pretty low, yeah.
He'll live just because he forced a jump on Hades beforehand, gets away. In the jungle, though, it looks like Elexum's caught in a cage. He can't walk out. Goodbye, my friend. He will fall eventually as the Spirit Ball connects to confirm. Delta Marine's so good on Isis, man. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of ragging on him earlier, though. Saying he wasn't, like, doing a whole lot.
Yeah, no, I said he was surviving. Well, not Clow who died. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you're
Jeez.
right.
I don't call players
Look,
out.
I've just been getting wrecked with the banter, and I'm trying my best here.
Listen, Aggro. I don't call players out who make LAN. Okay? Okay? You make it one day, respect you then. That's what'll happen. Cougar, though, playing AMC at LAN, which Aggro didn't make. Going back to base again after clearing up his boards, and gone for the Assy as well. This is a very interesting AMC build coming out here as well. No Transcendence, which is something you used to seeing for the power spike of the bees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the more core items on AMC, but he's electing to go for this attack speed / a little bit of penetration now with that Aussie. I'm curious to see if he goes Executioner next, or maybe into a Keen Size. There isn't a whole lot of tanky targets on Retribution. That Hades not quite as tanky as most solo laners, so I'd like to see him go for the Executioner here.
And we keep bringing him Delta Marine here, but it looks like he's been a little bit lazy at going back to base at the moment. Can we see Golden Hand at the moment as well? I want to see how much Isis has. 1,400, because he's got a relic waiting for him too. He's a level 13, still not been back to base.
It's kind of awkward. You like back at a level 11, and then you're like, man, I'm going to have to wait to get this relic unless I want to time my back poorly. And it's just kind of an unfortunate situation.
Well, he does it now.
Right, now he's going to get there back for that second relic. And Air Cougar up against the tower again, and there's a big rotation coming for him.
There is. There's a mid laner and the Guardian, and can he run away bravely? Well, he's got maxed hives here. They give him plenty of mobility. Very good purification. Turns around to fight a little bit, and actually, they're going to back up.
I guess I saw the rotation coming from Jelly and Mifflin, but Elexum really wanting no part of that fight.
And there's the backflip away from that, and also surrounded a little bit, getting shredded by Mifflin, who's got Jotuns as well. That Tele Assault will shred a lot harder and deal more damage. Conviction, though, on point. Flop, not. And there's a good Typhoon from Proxy as Jeron comes through with the World Weaver. Jelly still under pressure here. Delta Marine, though, off the mark with the Spirit Ball, trying to force them back.
Man, do you see how much damage that Swarm just did to Proxy? A great Pillar of Agony, though. Cougar's got nowhere to go, and Jelly's going to go in.
They were looking for the damage, and Cougar will live, but not for long. Watson will get out as well. As I say that, Jelly says no, he will not. Bird Bomb down. Elexum cleans up Jelly, though, after he dives in for the kill. Double kill for the mid lane of Retribution, and they're looking at a tier 1. But all the while this is going on, aggro, what's Dwurst doing?
Being Nuwa, dude. Just be like, yo, this is exactly what Odin does. He says, yo, keep him there. I'm going to get their Phoenix. And that's exactly what Dwurst is saying right now.
Do all solo laners do that? Like, keep him there, I'm going to get the Phoenix. Like, no, you're not. You're not. You won't even get, you barely get the tier 2.
Uzi doesn't say that unless he's playing Nuwa.
All right.
Uzi has the weirdest calls of all time. He'll be like Wukong, and he'll come in and hit a 6 stun and 3-man slow and just like totally destroy their backline, and we'll never hear a word. Oh, Elexum wants to get aggressive here on Delta Marine, but that's
I think he can do. I mean, he's 7-1 and 4 in the mid lane. This is the best play I've seen Elexum play today on this solo. He looks very, very comfortable on it.
No doubt. This is clearly a god that a lot of mid laners are getting comfortable with. We saw Delta Marine play it to great effect, and now Elexum as well. Topping the damage charts as well.
Now, as we've got you here as well, a lot of Sol players, you know, around there. We've seen Hunters pick it up. We've seen Mages pick it up as well. Sorry, mid lane players. Duo lane players picking up. What's the big difference in builds? Because we always see different ones out of all of you. It doesn't matter where you play. Everyone's got a different variation of Soul.
Everyone's got a different Soul build. I'm more partial to the Delta Marine build, which is Bancroft's Boots into Telkine's Ring into Obsidian Shard. I feel like that's the right balance of using the passive correctly, using your auto attacks to better effect, as well as just being able to burst heavily with the mage abilities. Looks like Elexum's going to go into the Helm here for a little bit of protection against Jelly and Mifflin, which is fine as well. You don't want to get bursted 100-0 by that bird bomb.
Well, you saw Watson manage to defend his own blue buff just about against 2. Godfrey was looked at for a second by Eager there at the same time, and then there were so many members of Retribution around. They're like, no, let's just back this up again. However, with wall coverage, keep an eye, because Cougar will start shredding that now with the AMC.
Yeah, he's almost got that Executioner or Keen Size finish with that lifesteal and the regen from Hives. He's able to tank that very, very well, and Jelly can zone really well with the cage. Mifflin has Wrath to confirm it. Delta Marine has Ice Assault to confirm it, so there's a lot of ways to go about that.
All screwing around the corner here, and Cougar doesn't know it. He will do now, as he does get hit by everything in the shop. It's not enough for a kill, though, just yet. Oh, needs one more auto.
Oh, no,
and
he just had to
in range of the Hive. Meanwhile, though, gank on the right-hand side, successful. Mifflin rotates in and helps Dwurst to pick up a kill.
That kill was dropped because of impatience from Jeron. He could wait for the belly flop to confirm the Spirit Arrow, which was missed, and then he didn't wait long enough and held the World Weaver. He used it just for the stun as well. So 2 instances of impatience, and they dropped the kill because of it.
And it hurt pretty badly. Now they're getting sieged on the right-hand side here. This tier 2 tower will fall down. Proxy round the back, a little bit scared of the clay minions. Jukes out them, but now has the Typhoon. Supernova coming down as well here from Elexum, and still they're giving chase onto Mifflin.
They're chasing Mifflin, and while they're doing that, Eager is on the Gold Fury. This is a free Gold Fury for Eager. And Mifflin, even though he hasn't built particularly tanky, does have that Void Shield and is able to stall for pretty long.
Mifflin, as we've seen him on camera today, he's laughing his way to the bank right now. That's the best way of putting it. He gets gold for juking them around all day, so he's happy days.
He's totally fine with that. 4 and 6 on this Guan. Actually second on his team in player damage, going for that more damage-oriented build. So you've seen him kind of get blown up. He got exploded in a fight in the left-hand lane earlier. So he's got to be worried about that now that the Retribution's damage characters.
Oh, Cougar's dead this time around. No, he's going to get the Sanctuary to get away, I should say. And Jelly will actually go and chip away at that tower and bring it down too. The Honey to slow down the incoming reserves of Retribution.
Dwurst is here, and I don't think Retribution knows about it, but Delta Marine by himself in the middle lane, forced to Sanctuary, going to get pulled back, uses the Purification as well.
If he gets out again, the dot will just pick him up in time, but Delta Marine did such a good job surviving there in the mid lane for as long as he can. Will be answered back though, this tier 1 tower by the looks of it, unless Jelly can get it to save the day.
Jelly gonna come in and stop the aggression onto the tier 1 tower. Watson just not gonna be able to tank that up, not gonna be able to do enough damage to the towers.
Kill Fiesta, aggro. Kill Fiesta.
Not as much as the last time we saw AMC in competition, but, you know, still pretty fun to watch.
True. I mean, but it's also very balanced, this game still. Eager's still got to lead this game as well with how this is going. But if anything, it's a bit of fun, but it's still showing that it's competitive.
Yeah, I mean, AMC only 4 deaths, and you know, it's at 19 minutes and saying, wow, 4 deaths already. But with how vulnerable he is and with the mobility that Retribution has, the Soul can chase him down very easily. Susano can chase him from his Phoenix, basically, and still catch up to him before he's safe.
And if anything, Guan Yu, 6 deaths so far, so you can't be too upset with this. He steals away the blue, turns towards Watson, though, looking for the stun to help out Dwurst, was a little bit overextended, but guess what? World Weaver's coming, and guess who else is coming? There is Susano.
Mifflin's got to stop going on Watson there and go and absorb that World Weaver. Is able to pick Watson up, though, so that could be a worthwhile trade. Jelly going to come in. Don't think we'll see any more aggression on this right-hand side, but we will see AMC pushing down this left-hand tower. We'll
see AMC with the bees going for the kills, and the towers as the main point, at least the tier 2. Jeron really heavily poked there. Those bees coming into play with the passive once again, and the bluestone pendant too. Mifflin, though, bit caught out of position here, but so is Proxy. That Spirit Ball hit him right in the face, and now the ring is dropped.
Delta Marine's got to be careful. No actives available, and he's going to get pulled in by Proxy and eliminated instantly using that damage. Proxy still going on to Mifflin, but he's going to have a heal soon.
They can't really decide who they want to go on. Mifflin's going to get out, but at the end of the day, it looks like the sacrificial lamb will be Jelly. Even the minions getting involved now. He's going to try to slow them down, but Proxy says no, and he will fall down for the 33rd kill of the game.
Jelly, or Delta Marine, excuse me, just positioned way too aggressively there. No actives available. You're playing Isis. You're already a sitting duck, even if you do have actives a lot of the time. Coming around that left side of the speed buff, where he could have been on the bottom side of the right hand and been closer to his team and maybe a little bit safer.
So as this game's so open with so many rotations, aggro going left, going right, going up, going down, we're getting towards a later stage of the game now. Late game, how are you feeling? Just on comps.
Both teams have a solid late game, but I really like Eager's. The Nuwa is just going to start to hit really, really hard now once she starts to get some more damage items online, has that Obsidian Shard finished. Mifflin going to be forced to use a Cavalry Charge, but he should be out.
Oh, Proxy, no, the World Weaver may be enough. The Typhoon off the mark again. They don't find it. So close, yet so far away at killing Mifflin.
I'm not sure that that would have killed him even if he would have connected with the Typhoon. He has that Void Shield and has now completed that Hide of the Urchin.
But was World Weaver fully channeled again? It didn't look like it by the damage that came off there, right?
No.
He's not like that tanky. Well, he actually lied.
But in that situation, he was about to lose vision on him, so he had to pull that trigger a lot earlier.
A little bit look at the Fire Giant here from Retribution now, but Delta Marine, as you can see, in a decent enough position, as well as Jelly and his good friend AMC also on the rise too, starting to pin around this right-hand side.
Moving into this late game, I do like Eager's comp overall, but a great cage onto Elexum, and he's the focus right now for Eager. He looks like he's going to fall, yeah.
He will fall. However, Delta Marine took a lot of free poke in the back, so he's going to be very careful and head to the back line. He does have Mifflin with the Guan Yu, though.
Nice sustain coming out from Mifflin now. He's level 16, going to have that heal probably maxed. He might have gone, actually, can we see the level abilities for Guan Yu? I don't know if he maxed his dash.
Take a look.
No, he didn't.
Went for the heal.
Yeah, I like that. And even though you're in the jungle doing damage, you want that heal.
Proxy just committed a little bit, so Mifflin's going to turn it around with the Tele Assault, force Jeron out of the fight on the Neith again with the backflip. However, Mifflin is not that tanky, and he just took a heavy amount of poke because of it at the moment.
But look at that heal. Immediately burst it up, and by the way, Dwurst is in left lane split, pushing your Phoenix.
Pushing on the right side, pushing on the left side. That's all he does the whole day. Jelly's going to force back the boys of Retribution, man. Stopping them backing is the key, because he can try and backdoor, and that's what he's going to do. Cougar will take out Watson as everybody from Retribution is trying to get back for the Phoenix.
This is going to be close. Yeah, he's going to give it up, but he's going to get cut off by Susano here. Dwurst in a lot of trouble.
But can he find the kill there? Well, he's already duped the 3 and the taunt, and a hit Typhoon coming out, and World Weaver too. The knockup is good. Dwurst does fall, but guess what his team is doing, aggro?
Always doing something. It's like they're playing 2 different styles, right? One of us is going to do this while the rest of us do this. Whether it's Mifflin going in on right while letting his team do the Gold Fury, or it's Dwurst split pushing left and letting his team do the Fire Giant. And now look, all of Retribution show up to the Fire Giant, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't have all backed to stop that.
I think that was the key. They all backed, right? I don't think everybody had to there. Why was all going back to base on the Bacchus? He could have hung around. Maybe he was a little bit low on health and mana, but still, you've got to show presence. Otherwise, you never know.
You can't give it to them free. Maybe they thought Watson would be hanging around, but he full committed to Delta Marine and got picked off because of it. So with that Soul Laner down, it was just a completely free Fire Giant for Eager. And right now for Retribution, they have to do a better job of protecting Elexum. Not the whole lot they could do after that Odin cage. Maybe his positioning a little bit off again, but he's 8-2. second most damage in the game. He's got to be the one who's staying alive and putting out this damage to try and burst down Mifflin in the Guan Yu.
Well, it was 5,000 gold, and now he's going to shoot up a little bit more in favor of Eager after that Gold Fury as well, up to 7,200 right now. There's only one tier 2 tower left in the mid lane for them to take at the moment.
Look at the XP difference, though.
Yeah.
700 XP difference despite a 7,000 gold lead. That is very, very, very rare. And a lot of that comes from Watson actually out-farming Dwars, taking camps away from him. Even though Dwars has been sitting in lane a lot, Watson's been level 20 for a while now, and Dwars is still 19.
But it's another good example of how, like, kills do matter to the game of Smite to give positional advantage, but kills are everything. Like, you can be, in this stage of the game, 8 kills ahead and still be losing the game.
Right, but now we're getting to 24 minutes, and that XP is mattering less and less, and that gold difference is mattering more and more. We're getting into that, like, those crucial 5th and 6th luxury items that really make the difference in these team fights, and Eager will have them while Retribution won't.
Well, we talked about Jelly here, and he actually, Mantle of Discord is online for him this time round. Obviously, he's not going to against Lao Kwong, but maybe he heard you after the game and was like, yeah, good call, aggro.
That's just a strong item.
And Watson's going to go in, try and force something with the ultimates, but Jelly recommits, traps 3 in the ring. Or to the back to slow down the damage dealers, though. Looking at Cougar and gets a good meditation on Cougar as well. Circle protection on Cougar, as well as the Whirlweaver on Cougar, as well as the Typhoon on Cougar. And Cougar is still alive. Not for long. Watson takes him out.
Finally falls. Just so many ultimates expended to kill Cougar, though, and it looks like it's going to go back in Eager's favor because of it. No, Delta Marine by himself. Jelly going to come and peel, but he's Odin. Not a lot of peel available.
Oh, but the silence will help out a lot. Watson doesn't manage to get the damage up because of Sanctuary. Meanwhile, Elexum under pressure. The back Mifflin will get credit for that, and Jelly takes out Watson. Marine is still alive.
Oh, and Dwars was in right lane getting a Phoenix.
Yeah, good
it's every time. Dwars isn't even there. A great spear fault just misses, but a turnaround double root is going to get the kill, and he sanctuaries the bird bomb.
Really good turnaround for Jeron. That's the best little play I've seen of himself. But look at this, around the back is Mifflin, and Mifflin wants the kill. He's going for the Tallow Assault, knowing Ravel in time.
That would have been a big heal because he got hit Guan Yu and the weave. That would have been big, but Dwars looking for this middle tower, but it's Proxy against 2. Oh my God, Lord, Proxy, why?
That hurt, man.
That hurt my soul.
I'll tell you one person, though, Proxy will not be happy right now because he really hates split push. I can guarantee you.
It's just so obnoxious. It's like, what are you even doing? Like, you're playing PvE, man. And then the one time you play PvP, you do my entire health bar. Yep. Sick.
You just sit there, farm up the whole game, consistently taking towers for your team, and now he's going to purify the stun coming out from all there. Gets aggro, though. Doesn't really want it, but Mifflin should be able to bring this down just about. 2 Phoenixes go the way of Eager with that Fire Giant. Mifflin still has the Fire Giant for a few more seconds.
You win/split the team fight, and you get 2 Phoenixes. I mean, that's just... It's so much in Eager's favor. And it's funny because you look at the damage numbers, 3 members of Retribution on top before you find Delta Marine, who's 1 in 5, and then Mifflin, who's this like tanky jungler. But look at that structure damage.
That's insane.
The worst, you play against gods, not towers, dude.
I mean, no, he doesn't. He's playing Noir. He's playing to the god strategy, right?
He went Demonic Grip, please, no.
What's wrong with Demonic Grip?
It's Noir. You're not auto-attacking people. You do, like, damage with your abilities.
No, because you've got a root.
Yeah, every 5th auto attack.
So you have to use your auto attacks a lot to get your root.
A little bit, yeah, but he's doing it for the tower.
Just so you know, this is a caster that has to save people when they buy these items, okay?
I know.
So I have to sit here and you're like, buying Demonic Grip, and I'm like, maybe he's doing it for the root. And you're like, no!
He's doing it for the lulz.
I'm trying to
This
help.
is for the memes.
We try and save you as much as possible.
These are the memes.
The meme squad. You call me F-Dot? Did you just call me F-Dot? I'm off. I'm done. Get me out. That was the rude. That was
okay.
Rude.
I've done a lot more
banter.
casting with F-Dot. Okay, so Doris not going to be able to split push this down. A huge rotation.
Casting your own now.
Yeah, I'm just going to solo cast from now on, guys. Doris going to fall despite using the ultimate. Just too far pushed up. And look at it. Where's his team? They're all on the right side. They wanted to go for the Fire Giant just like he's been doing, but the Fire Giant hadn't spawned yet. Retribution should have enough time to come over and contest this.
But are they going to get there in time? Because the damage that these guys can put out is a little bit stronger than I think they expect aggro. He's going to be dead before they get here.
Yeah, and Watson just taking a little bit too long. Elexum electing to push up that right-hand lane, and 3 are here to contest, but it's way too late.
And now with, Dwes being dead, what's going to happen is it'll be a 4v5 fight, and he's actually committing onto Watson here. Cavalry charge used. Watson defensively uses his ultimate, but he will fall down. No, the Typhoon keeps him up for a second. The heal not good enough, though. Watson still being chased and gets picked off. Meanwhile, though, the fight still enrages, and Marine gets taken out too.
He lived for so long and let his team get there to clean up Air Cougar and Delta Marine. What a great job by Watson there.
Just hang on. on a moment. Retribution may not be out of this one just yet, Aggro. They need a win to stay in the competition, just for you guys at home to know. It's not free. It's free for Eager this game, but it's not for Retribution.
No, they definitely need a win here. And the problem for Retribution, though, is that look at how many towers are still remaining on Eager. They're going to need to get a lot more structures down before they can push that Titan safely.
If they can just get a Phoenix or anything, it'll really help them out. They just lost the Fire Gen. Gold Fury is available for them, too, that they could try and fall back to. But I don't think Mifflin wants them to fall back very far, and Backflip is down on Jeron.
He's going to go in, forcing the Sanctuary and the Supernova from Elexum, and it's just Mifflin and Jelly going in. Doris is a little bit farther back, but it looks like they're winning this fight by themselves.
And Elexum just realized he's going to die anyway, so tried to turn and fight, changed his mind, and Dwurst with the kill steal of the century.
Thanks to the power from Demonic Grip.
Demonic Grip comes through to save the day. The Retribution to Phoenix on the right respawns, and Proxy's there to defend it. However, he's got 3 members of Eager barreling down mid, and 2 more that have just respawned.
I don't think they're going to look to push down these towers. That'd be pretty greedy, even though they do have Nuwab. And Nuwab's still by herself. Watson is thirsty. He is so sick of Dwurst.
He's just hunting that now. He's just hunting it the whole time. Like, you will not take another tower, but it means we may lose Phoenix on the right-hand side, and it looks like they will.
That's a big deal, keeping Watson out of fights. Jelly actually taking a lot of damage. The Phoenix finally falls, but a nice 2-man cage forces the backflip from Jeron, but because Mifflin is out of mana, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to keep it going.
Yeah, Proxy was really looking for the cleanup crew on Jelly there, but not going to find it. Still in the jungle right now. Dwurst is trying to farm, being followed around by Watson as Marine picks up Jeron in mid lane. Eager looking to siege up the second Phoenix in mid, and they're going to turn their attention to the left one now. Watson's now coming back.
Watson, like, it's kind of like he's Hades. Oh, I'm sorry. They're actually going to go on the Titan here. Mifflin just running in circles around it.
I think Mifflin's in a bit of trouble there because he overcommitted on his own. The Phoenix just respawned in mid. No minions for him. The Phoenix does fall, but Mifflin has nothing. 4-man knockup. 4-man intoxicate.
Huge ultimate there by Awe, doing a great job. A nice ultimate as Watson's going to pull 2, but Cougar's going to be able to burst him down before they can get the kills.
And immediately Proxy will get out too. Cougar still standing strong at the front. And the left-hand side. Oh, he's got us. Sorry, Elexum's going to pick up Cougar. Now they're looking at Jelly too. And there's the fire shots, and that may have just turned the fight.
Almost cleans up Proxy. Actually still had the Sanctuary available. Going to use it against the Tallow Assault. Totally whiffs the Typhoon, but jukes out Dwurst.
Oh, Dwurst doesn't even know what to do. Bird Bomb a little bit off the mark. Jelly gets his shield up in time though. And the ring is good, and Elexum's attack speed is slowed in that ring. And that paid and cost him his life.
Jelly's just laughing, man. I know Jelly really well. He's just like, oh my god, I crushed him. And Mifflin's just attacking the Titan by himself. What is he doing?
Congratulations, though, to Eager here, because it looks like this may end any moment. They're waiting for minions to respawn. Got fire minions there. I actually don't think they've got enough to do it, and Proxy's going to respawn again. The good news is Retribution not being bad losers at the moment. They're still here to fight. They could actually turn this, though. Not being funny. The way they're playing...
They could, and the Titan just got reset all the way back up to 40% HP. All these Phoenixes do have a long, long respawn timer, though.
But so do players if you kill them.
Very true, but they have to make sure their waves are pushed enough to where if they win a fight, look at how long it's going to take them to kill that Titan because of all those structures that are up still. Even if you go straight down the middle lane where there are no towers remaining, they would have to take so long on that, going all the way down and then killing the Phoenix, and then the Titan would have a ton of HP and protection from the remaining structures.
Well, a little bit of a reset for a second there as Eager. Well, if they committed as a team, they may have been able to end there, but instead they went in like animals one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. It didn't work out very well. Fire Giant due to spawn in about a minute's time right now, so good games though.
Very good games.
Exciting.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, you know? It's like some jank stuff, some real stuff, and it's a nice mixture.
Now, Retribution, just for you guys at home as well, currently at 0 points. If they lose this game, they'll still be at 0 points going into the game against Most Wanted. And that would mean that if Retribution 2-0 Most Wanted, they'd both be on 3 points and both be out because Rival are currently sat on 4 points.
Correct. If Retribution does lose this game, their role would be of the spoiler against Most Wanted, trying to prevent them from making the final. So a lot on the line this next set, regardless of the outcome for Retribution.
And I think for Retribution, though, if they do lose this, they can sit there and be like, if they win that set against Most Wanted, they're like, we saved you, we saved EU. You know, EU pride, we put Rival through. If they lose it, they're like, we don't care about Rival, we hate them.
Yeah,
there
are rivals.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. I saw that one coming.
You might have seen it coming, but it was still pretty funny.
I saw it coming.
Whatever.
You know that team that didn't make lamb?
No.
Engage from Mifflin here, cavalry charge going down, looking for the stun, but Aw's going to zone out Cougar and Intoxicate 3. Meanwhile, though, Jeron is getting shredded by Mifflin.
And Dwurst is just PvEing all the way to the Titan.
but Elexum's here to defend this time, and I don't think Dwurst expected that. Annihilation, one man down. Jelly will pick up all his Delta Marine, takes out Watson. The bad news is they stop the split push, but there's still another army coming aggro.
There's still 3 down for Retribution. Proxy taking a lot of damage. The Titan just too low. Elexum gonna get bursted by Jelly, and that will be it. A 33-minute PvP/PvE victory for Eager.
We saw Dwurst obviously with the split push shenanigans. We saw Air Cougar playing an AMC that caused a lot of issues for the boys of Retribution as well. And now they moved themselves onto the finals. Did you expect Eager to make it finals, by the way?
I did, yes.
Yep.
You know, we're scrim partners with Eager. We see them on a regular basis. We know what they're capable of. All really strong players, all with LAN experience as well. You knew they weren't going to get the nerves and choke on LAN, that sort of stuff. So no surprise to see Eager going through. I think they were surprised, however, by Retribution's performance in Game 1. Really, I mean, that game was on a razor's edge.
I really agree, and I think after that Game 1, the pressure fell off Eager, so they just relaxed and had fun with it. And meanwhile, Retribution were like, well, it's really a hard road for us to even make it anyway now, even if we were to find this game.
Yeah, Retribution was really put in a tough spot there. Losing that game so closely, and then knowing on top of that that you have to win every game from here on out, 4 in a row to make it. So, but they put up a great effort.
So here's the points for you on the screen. On the left-hand side, you can see the points at the moment. 5 guarantees you to go through to tomorrow. However, you can slip through other means as well if things work out. As you can see, Most Wanted and Retribution both have 1 game to play. However, they need points Most Wanted. If they win this 2-0, they will go ahead because of the 5 points.
They need the 2-0. If they win only 1, that would force them into a tiebreaker situation with Rival. They had a great set there.
Yeah, the risk is going to get 1 point.
Right.
So if they split, they don't make it, and Rival do. So Retribution only has to find 1 game here. Who's your money for finals to join Eager?
I mean, Rival's in a great spot, but Most Wanted has some weird stuff that they can pull out, right? They've got, like, the Loki solo that Wolves likes to play. They've got the Hebo ADC that Transonics like to play. Or, you know, the Cloudbeck mid, always an option. So they can throw Retribution something they probably haven't seen before.
That's true.
But overall...
I mean, hang on. Eager just threw AMC at them.
And it did some work.
Can Most Wanted really throw something as bad as AMC?
They could, yeah. But I'm really excited for the Wolves-Watson matchup. That's the one we've all been waiting for, and I'm excited to see what happens there.
Well, we'll find out. Aggro, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow as well. But now Toli is ready with one of the Eager superstars from that 2-0 set where we saw an AMC and a Nuwa.
Thank you, Hindu. Jelly is with me right now after defeating the second European team very convincingly 2-0. Tell me, is there something in the water or what?
No, I'm not playing Sobek, but you know, you know what I mean. No, it was a good set. It was fun games. I like playing against those guys. They're good guys.
So after the first game and the win, you guys basically guaranteed yourselves into the finals moving tomorrow. Nuwa and the Muzen Cobb, troll game or serious?
It might have been a little bit of troll picks. Cougar wanted to play a Muzen Cobb, kept saying he was OP. Wasn't very OP. He missed all of his stingers. Kind of sucks. But we did play the game seriously, though. It wasn't like we were trolling in comms or anything. We went in 100%.
So the next game, would you rather face Rival or Most Wanted, depending on the outcome?
I don't want to BM or anything, but I think Most Wanted would be a better series, and I think I would rather play Most Wanted because of that. They might be, I think they're a better team, meaning we could go all 5 games with them. Some crazy picks could come out. Yeah, we've got some things up our sleeve against those guys, so yeah.
Definitely a lot of experience between the two of you and Most Wanted. So how are you guys going to prepare when you go back to your hotel room tonight?
We'll look over picks. We'll write some stuff down. That's what we did against them for the first set today when we played them. Yeah, we know a lot of what they're going to do, and we're going to try to make some unconventional things happen if we have to face them tomorrow in the finals. Or Rival. I mean, we don't really know yet.
That's true. Whether or not it's going to be a Rival or Most Wanted. The last set of the day is coming up next, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Surrounded by the silence. With my thoughts, no one to follow. Running on time, that's paid.